This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I'm really sorry about this delay today, guys. I'm just not feeling well that much. Okay, anyway, let's start our today's session. Let me just check it out. That machine is up. Yes, the machines are up. Okay, great. So in yesterday's class, we have learned how to create a file. We have started the first class of Unix basics. And in that Unix basics, we have seen how to create a file. We have learned how to create the directory. In fact, we have understand how to identify a file, how to identify a directory, how to create a file, and how to create a directory. Now let us say that I want to create a directory within a directory, right, at the same time. It's like creating a mother directory and the child directory together. So yesterday we saved a session in PuTTY. So I'm going to load the details that this is the IP address of my machine I want to connect and the port number 22. Let's not change it and let's say open. So you see with our same setting what we have done yesterday, our login is working with bigger font, white background, black foreground, all those settings what we have done is available. Now, how can we clear the screen? To clear the screen, we saw the command is clear, right? Or you can use the shortcut Control L. Any of them will be fine. You can use clear command or you can use Control L. Murli, I would request you to keep your mic muted. If
Yes,
there
sir.
are any questions, then you can speak up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Right. So let us say that, okay, how can you check that with what username you have logged in? To check with what username you have logged in, you can use the command who am I. And to check where you are right now, you can use PWD. I told you yesterday PWD stands for Print Working Directory, or people call it Present Working Directory. Both are correct. Whatever you want, you can call it. So you see, I logged in as root user, and you know root user is the most powerful user, administrator who can do anything in the system. And a root user has a personal directory /root. So whenever you log in as root user, automatically you will be landing in /root. To check what is available in this directory, you can say ls. And normally I told you that black color things, whatever is coming is your file, and blue color things, whatever is coming is your directory. But this color coding may not work in every Unix or every Linux, right? So in that scenario, the best way is to say ls space -l, list in long file. So over here, I told you that if the output is starting with hyphen, it's a normal file. If it is starting with D, it is a directory, right? So this would be the most confident way to find out whether it is a file or directory. So yesterday we created few files like file 1, file 2, file 3. We created directory, right? So how we created directory? To create a directory, you just need to say mkdir, right? To create a file, you can use cat command or touch command. To create a directory, you can say mkdir. You can create one directory. or you can create multiple directory. That is your choice. So when I say make directory with the names D1, D2, D3, so all three directories are created. This is the way to create the directories, right? So D1, D2, D3, three directories are created. To see what is inside this directory, you can say lsd1, it has nothing, lsd2, it has nothing, lsd3, it has nothing. Or if you want to see what is inside my directory, you can say ls, name of the directory. So in my directory, if you remember yesterday, we created many subdirectories, we created some files inside it. So that's the way you can check it out. Now my requirement is I want to create a main directory, and inside it I want to create a subdirectory. I want to create a mother directory and child directory. Both I want to do at a time. To create a mother and child directory at the same time, you can go. See, I'm clearing the screen by typing Control L. When I say Control L, automatically the screen will be clear, right? So let me say mkdir. To create a parent directory, I have to use -p. So -p stands for what, guys? Parent directory. I want to create a parent directory with a name called main. Inside main directory, I want to create a subdirectory. So you need to give a /. So I'm telling go inside main directory. Inside main directory, create another directory with the name called sub. Now, if you do ls, you will find that main directory is available. Now, if you say ls, show me what is inside main directory, so you will find that inside main directory, subdirectory is created. So when you say mkdir-p, it looks whether that name parent directory is there or not. If it is not there, first it create the parent directory, and inside it, it will create a child directory. Suppose main directory is already there, parent directory, so it is not going to disturb it. Simply it will go and it will create the child directory. For example, one more time I will say mkdir-p main. This time I'll say create sub2 directory. See, main directory is already there. So it is not going to overwrite it, it is not going to disturb it. If parent directory is not there, then the parent directory will be created. If already the parent directory is there, then simply it will go and create a child directory. That's it, right? So I'll say mkdir-p, make a main directory if it is not there. If it is there, don't do anything. And inside it, create sub2 directory. So now you see main directory is as it is. Check inside main directory, you will find that another new directory has been created, right? So this is the way you can create a parent directory and you can create a child directory inside it. Let us say I want to make it more interesting. I want to create one mother directory with two child directories at a time, or three child directories at a time. So how can I create more than one child at a time in a directory? Suppose I'm going to create a directory, the parent directory first of all, with a name called zoo. I want to create a parent directory whose name should be zoo directory. Inside zoo directory, I wanted to create three child directories, right? So I'll give bracket. curly bracket. You remember yesterday also when we wanted to create number of files 1 to 10 or 1 to 100, we use bracket. So whenever there is a range you have to give, you need to use this bracket. The bracket is used for specifying range. Whenever range is there, we have to go with bracket. So I would like to say create uh, three subdirectories inside it. What are those subdirectories? For example, I want to create lion. Then I have one more. So I have to give comma. What is the next directory? Tiger. And one more directory I want to create hyena. So I'm telling that first of all, make a main directory zoo. Inside it, create three subdirectories lion, tiger, hyena, right? And when I hit enter, you do ls and you will find out that zoo directory got created. If you check what is inside zoo directory, I'll say list what is inside zoo. So you see it is telling you that inside it you have hyena, you have lion, you have tiger. So that is the way how you can create one main directory, and inside it you can create three subdirectories. Guys, I want to make it even more interesting. I want to make a structure something like this. I wanted to create one main directory with the name called world. Inside world, I want three directories: India, Australia, USA. In India, I need two subdirectories. In Australia, I need two subdirectories, Sydney and Perth, like that. And in USA, I need two subdirectories. Now, names are your choice, guys. Whatever your favorite cities, you can put it inside it, right? So I want one main directory, three subdirectory. Each subdirectory should have another two subdirectories. So how to achieve this concept? Observe carefully what I'm going to do. First of all, I'm going to say mkdir hyphen p. Make a parent directory with a name called world. Now, inside world, I have three directories to be created. Now, whenever there is a range, you have to mandatorily use what? Curly bracket or parenthesis, whatever you call it, right? Now, inside it, I wanted to give three directories name. First of all, I want India, comma, Australia, and then I need USA. Now I have given that in world, make India, then Australia, then USA. But it is not finished. I want to further go in India and create two directories. In Australia, I want two more directories. In USA, another two directories. So like that, I want to work with. So what I'll do, I'll say India slash inside it. I want another two directories. So whenever there is a range, again you have to use curly bracket, open and close. So in India, I'll say create two directories, Hyderabad and Bangalore, for example. Then I will move to Australia. In Australia, again I need two subdirectory. Subdirectory means you have to give forward slash, then a bracket. Inside it, I'll say, for example, Sydney and Melbourne, for example. Then again, I'll go to USA. In USA, I need two subdirectories. So give USA slash, then again curly bracket. Inside it, I'll give two directory. For example, New York and New Jersey, for example. So you see, first of all, a main directory with the name world will be created. Inside it, India, Australia, USA will be created. In India, you will get Hyderabad and Bangalore. In Australia, you will get Sydney and Melbourne. In USA, you will get New York and New Jersey, right? So that is the way it is going to get created. Let us see, will it be the same or not? Let me hit enter. Now to list out in my current directory, you'll say ls, and here you can see that world directory is created. Now if you say ls world, you see in world there is Australia, India, USA. Now guys, I want to go into world directory and I want to check what is inside Australia, what is inside India, and what is inside USA. So how can I change my directory? If you run pwd, your present working directory is /root. In /root, I try to go into world directory. To change the directory, yesterday I showed you we have to use cd command, change directory. I would like to change my directory and I want to go inside world directory. So when I say cd world, just check it out pwd. It says inside root there is a world directory in which you are currently. So my directory is now changed to world directory. If I do ls, you'll find in world you have Australia, India, USA. If you say ls Australia, you'll find two subdirectory. If you say ls India, you'll find two subdirectories. If you say ls USA, you will find two subdirectories, right? So like that, you can work with this particular concept. Now, if you want to leave this directory and go back to your previous directory, you have to say cd space dot dot. When you say cd space dot dot, it will exit the directory. It will leave the directory and you will be out. So when I say cd space dot dot, you just check it out, you're back to your root directory. You went to world directory, you did your work, and when you say cd dot dot, it put you back to your previous directory, right? Now, let us say that I would like to see top to bottom everything inside world directory. See, I don't know in world directory how many subdirectories are there. Each subdirectories are having how many more subdirectories inside it. What I want is in single shot. When I run ls something, it should print everything from world to the last available directory inside it. So if you want to see each and every directory, subdirectory into subdirectory, everything in single shot, then we have a command ls hyphen capital R and the directory name. Now what does that capital R means? Capital R stands for recursive. Now what is the meaning of recursive? See, recursive is a kind of loop that will go inside and inside and inside and inside and inside. So from top till the bottommost available thing you can go. So whenever you are dealing with directory, most of the time we will see that recursive option is related with directory. That means I want to go into directory, inside it whatever is there, inside it whatever is there, inside it whatever is there. From top to the last available directory I want to go. That is called recursive, going inside deep, right? So if I say ls-r and world, now when I hit enter, you see very beautifully it says in world there are two directories, Australia, India, USA. In Australia there is Melbourne and Sydney. In Melbourne there is nothing. In Sydney there is nothing. Then you have India. In India, you have Bangalore and Hyderabad. Bangalore is having nothing, Hyderabad is having nothing. Then you have USA. In USA, you have New Jersey and New York. New Jersey is empty, New York is empty. So, guys, instead of me going into each and every directory and viewing from outside, top to bottom, everything I have viewed in world directory. That from first directory world till the last available directory New Jersey, I'm able to see everything. So either you can go this way ls-r, or there is one more very beautiful command, guys. If you like this, you can go with tree command. So you can say tree and world. So tree will represent it in tree format, which is good for understanding. So when I say tree and world, you see how beautifully it is telling. World has Australia with two subdirectory, India with two subdirectory, USA with two subdirectory. So it presents the output in tree format, right? So whichever you like, you can go
Sorry,
for it.
sorry, excuse me, one sec. I don't want to take you aback.
Yeah.
I just want to, I quickly stepped away from my laptop. Just sorry about that. The list minus R, what does that mean, please?
R stands for recursive.
Say that again.
Recursive, recursive,
Okay,
recursive.
recursive. Okay.
Recursive means it takes you deep inside. It forms a loop, take you from topmost directory till the bottommost available directory inside it. So starting from the topmost directory and whatever subdirectories are there inside it, each and every directory it is going to list it out. So recursive is forming a loop going inside and inside and inside till the last available directory of your main directory. So recursively, it is going to go into the directories and print each and every directory available inside it. So whenever you want to view everything inside the directory, we'll take help of recursive. And usually recursive option is related with directories only. You'll see more of recursive in the coming time. Okay, so either you can go with recursive option or you can go with tree command, whichever is easily understandable, any of them you can use, right? Pictorially, tree command is very, presentable, simple, easy to understand. Anyway, the next thing we are trying to learn is how to copy a file from one location to another location. Now, guys, copying, cutting, and pasting, these activities we might have done a lot while working with Windows environment, right? In Windows environment, if you want to copy and paste, we use some shortcuts, Control C, Control V, or Control X, Control V, right? Same kind of thing. Here, I want to copy a file and put it some other place. So in order to do that, we have to go with cp command. Cp stands for copy. Shortcut of copy is cp. The Linux commands, whatever we are going to learn, are very simple to be remembered, guys. Concept based, plain, simple English command line is there to work with. So up till now, whatever you might have seen, ls stands for list, mkdir make directory. Same way we have cp. cp stands for copy. And like normal copying, you have to give source and destination, what to copy and where you want to copy it, right? So I need to say cp, whichever file you want to copy and in which directory you want to put it. So it will copy a file. And guys, you know the meaning of copying. Copying means original file will be as it is, a copy of original file will be created and it will be pasted elsewhere, wherever you are asking it to paste. So original file will not be disturbed. It will be there at its original place. Only a copy of it will be created and pasted some other places. So let us say that I have a file here called file1. Let me just put some data in file1. So I'm going to override file1. See, as you can say cat and file1. Cat command is used for what purpose, guys? To read the content of the file. So it says cat file is empty. There is no data inside it. For testing purpose, I need some data. So I'll say cat. How to add data to a file? Cat space greater than and the file name. So greater than will allow you to add the data into file. So I'll say hello world. This is new file. Copying something, I'm putting the data. So I just added 3 lines into the file. How can I save this file, guys? To save the file, I told you we have to use Control D. Control D will save the file. Now, if I say cat and file1, you see this file is now containing data. So experimental basis, it would be good if your file carries some data. So scenario is in my current location, I have a file called file1, which I want to put in my dir, or maybe I want to put it into main directory. Now, if you say ls and main directory, inside main directory, you can see I have sub and sub2, but there is no file with the name called file1. So how to copy a file from its current position into main directory? Now when I say cp copy what? I want to copy a file whose name is file1 and I want to put it into main directory. When I say cp file1 into main, first of all, you see in the current location, file 1 is still there. It is not disturbed. Original file will be as it is. A copy of it will be created and it will be pasted in other location. So you see, I told copy a file and put it into main directory. So you see in main directory, I have a file. Now let me read it. I'll say cat, go to main directory. Inside it, read a file with the name file1. So you see, we have the same file copied over there. So earlier there was no file in main directory, but now the file has been copied and it is showing the same content what we have kept in file1. So this is the way how you can copy a file. You can copy a single file or you can copy multiple files. For example, I want to copy file 2, file 3, both into main. So as of now, if you look in main directory, I have only file 1. Now if I say copy, I'll say copy file 2, file 3, file 4. All 3 files I want to copy and I want to put it into main directory. So you have to say copy all the file names and lastly you have to mention the directory name in which you want to put it. So I told copy file 2, file 3, file 4, all the 3 and try to put it into main directory. Now when I hit enter, just check out ls main. Show me the content of main. Last time I was having only file 1, but now you see file 2, file 3, file 4. All the 3 files got copied. So it is up to you. You want to copy a single file or you want to copy multiple file. That is your choice. So this is the way how you can copy a file. Now, if the file is already there and you are again trying to copy, what will happen? For example, if you look in main directory, already there is a file with the name file1. Now, in my current location also, I have file1. So from my current location, again, I want to copy file 1. So if I say copy file 1 in main directory, when I hit enter, you see it is warning us. It is telling that there is already a file with the name file1. Just imagine the same way how we work with Windows. If you copy and paste something which is already there, so it is going to warn us. It is going to tell us that there is already a file with that name. If you continue, it is going to overwrite it, right? Now, what would you like to do? You can say yes to continue or no to abort or stop this copying. So I don't want to copy if the file is already there. So I just want to skip it. You can say no. Y for yes and N for no. So I don't want to continue. I'm giving N. This is the way, guys, how you can copy a file from one location to other. If in destination already the file with same name is there, it will warn you. Otherwise, simply it is going to copy. Now, same way, I want to copy a directory from one place to another place. For example, I have a directory called main. Now, in main directory, I may be having many data, I don't mind. I want to copy this main directory from the current location and I want to put it into my directory. Now, if you check out my directory, you will see that there are many subdirectories D1, D2, D3, but there is no main directory present. How can I copy a directory from one place to other? See, to copy a directory, we have many options that you can use, right? You have to say cp -r. I told you that -r is always associated with directory because file will not have one more file inside it, isn't it? Folder or directory. Normally, I told you we call it as folder, but in Linux we are calling it directory. So a directory can have many more files inside it. So whenever you are copying a directory, you have to mandatorily use that R option, recursive. And last time we saw capital R with ls, but here you have to use small r. Command to command, that R might be changing. Last time we used capital R, this time we have to use small r. The only important flag is -r. Then you have -v. V stands for verbose output. If you want to see what is getting copied, like in Windows, whenever you are copying, it would show some files flying. It would tell you which file is getting copied. So if you want to view what is the data that is getting copied, then you can go with V option. V stands for verbose output. Show me what is getting copied. Show the output. That's what. F, to do this activity forcefully. Sometimes normal copying may not work, so you need to add force to copy the file. P, to preserve the file permissions. Now we have not learned what is file permission, so I don't want you to worry about file permission as of now. In the coming classes, we are going to discuss about file permission, then you will understand what is that exactly file permission. After that, the source directory you want to copy and the destination folder where you want to copy it. So out of all, the only important and mandatory flag is -r. Without -r, you cannot copy a directory. V is optional, F is optional, P is optional. They are not required all the time. But most important and most required option is recursive. Without giving recursive, you cannot copy the file or directory. So copy a directory, I'm sorry, not file. So let us say I want to copy main directory. So I'll say cp-r. This is only important. V is optional, F is optional, P is optional. See, I don't want to do all that optional things. Recursively, I want to copy a directory. Which directory you want to copy? Main. In which directory you want to put it? I want to put it into my directory. See, last time when I saw my directory, there was no file or directory with the name mydir. But after copying is completed, if I say ls mydir, did you see that main directory got copied inside it? So from my current position, current place, I copied a directory. So originally my directory is here only, but a copy of it is created and pasted in my directory. So whenever you are copying a directory, remember -r flag is important. Additionally, if you want to see what is going on, V for verbose output to show the output while copying the data. F to forcefully do the activity, and P is to preserve the option. These are all the options what you can use. But out of all, again, the most important and mandatory option is recursive. Without recursive, a directory cannot be copied. Recursive will go deep inside it and copy everything, whatever is there in that directory. Now, let us say that I want to completely move the data from current position to somewhere else. See, when I say move, move means cut and paste. So originally, whatever file is there, it will be moved from its current position and put it into some other location. For example, I want to move completely file 1 from its current position and I want to put it into some other location. For example, I want to put it into zoo directory. You see in zoo directory there is no file with the name file1. So how can I move the file? See, to move the file, we have a command mv. mv stands for moving. So moving means cut and paste. Wherever original file is, it will be moved from the current place and put it into other location. Right? Copying was creating a copy, but moving will completely move the file from current position and take it and put it into somewhere else. To move a file completely from its current location, you have to say mv, which file you want to move, the source, and destination where you want to move it. So I'll say mv move file1 from its current place and put it into zoo directory. First of all, you check in your current location. Do you find any more file 1? See, file 2 is there, 3 is there, 4 is there, but there is no file 1. That means file 1 has been moved out. Where it is moved out, just check in zoo directory. So if you say ls zoo, you'll find that now file 1 is moved into zoo directory. So this is the way how you can move one file or multiple files. Same like how we copy many files, you can do the same thing. You can say mv file 2, file 3, file 4, then zoo. So all the files will be moved into zoo directory. So this is the way you can cut and paste or completely move the file from its current position to somewhere else. Okay. One more thing. I want to move completely the directory. Let us say that I have a directory called zoo. I want to move this directory zoo into world directory, right? Whatever is there in zoo directory, this directory I want to completely move into world directory. How can I move a directory from one location to other? Normally, what you might be thinking after this lecture so far, that again for moving a directory, we might use recursive option. But MV is little peculiar. MV does not requires -r. Whenever you are moving a directory, still the command remains same. No -r is required for moving a directory. You have to say MV, directory name you want to move, and the destination place where you want to move it. Same like what we have seen for file. No difference. We don't need any -r for moving the data. So I'll say MV move completely zoo directory into world directory. First of all, you do ls after moving. See, last time I used to have a world directory, sorry, zoo directory. But do you have any more zoo directory now? No, there is no zoo directory. Where it is gone? You can just check ls world. So you see in world directory, there is zoo directory. Now, if you go into world directory and say ls zoo, you will find everything whatever is present in zoo directory. So this is the way how you can move a file or you can move a directory. There is no difference. Now I can say cd space dot dot to come back to my previous directory. Now, this is the way, guys, how you can go from one location to other location and you can check it out or you can move the data. For moving a file also, we have MV, source, destination. Moving a directory also, you have MV, source, destination. For MV, we don't need -r option. There is no requirement for -r in moving. Now, one more thing I'd like to see. I want to rename a file or rename a directory. So if you want to rename a file, then again we need mv command. Now here most of the people get confused, so I don't want you to be confused at all. See, for renaming a file or renaming a directory, whatever it might be, we use mv command. Mv old name followed by new name. What is the old name? Whatever it might be, file1. And I want to change it with another name called new file. But how come mv is working at one time as cut and paste and at one time it is working as rename? How it happens that a same command is working for moving the data and same command is working for renaming a file? See, there is a logic behind it. If you understand this logic, you understand mv command very well. What is the logic? Let me explain you. See, let us say I'll put some data in file2. As of now, file2 does not have any data. So let me say cat greater than file2 to add data in file2. I'll say hello there. This is a test to rename a file. How to save the file? Control D will save the file. Now if I run cat file2, I got the data in the file. So my requirement is I want to move file2. I want to rename, I'm sorry, file2 with another name. Maybe I want to rename it with a new name called new file. So how can I rename it? You can say mv. I want to rename a file whose name currently is file2 with a new name called new file. So you see this time, do you have any file in your current location with the name called new file? No, there is no such file with the name in my current location. See, if destination name whatever you are giving, if it is already there, it is going to work as move command to cut and paste. But if the destination name, whatever you are giving, is not there, there is no file, no directory with that name, then it is going to work as rename command. So if new name, what you are mentioning, is not at all there in the current location, it is going to treat as rename. If destination name you are mentioning is already there, then it is going to work as cut and paste command. So as you see, there is no file with the name new file. When I hit enter, you will do ls and you will find that file2 is gone. Now there is a new file available. Let me just check it out. Cat new file. Did you see it contains the same data what we put in file2? File2 was same data and new file is now having the same data. So the logic over here is whatever name, new name you are mentioning, if it is not already there, then it is going to treat as renaming. If that name is already present, then it is going to work as cut and paste. For example, I want to rename file 3. I'll say mv rename file 3 with a new name. What is the name? The name I want D2. Do you see that D2 is already there and it is a directory? So if the name you are mentioning is already there, then it is not going to work as rename. This time it will work as moving. So you see when I do ls, there is no file with the name file3 and you see D2 is there as a directory. So if you see what is in D2, you will find, okay, D2 contains a direct file inside it, right? Which is file 3. So whatever new name you are mentioning, it should be unique. If you are mentioning the new name which is not at all present in your current location, then it is going to work as rename. But if your current name is there, then it is going to be, if your new name is already used, it is there, then it is going to work as a cut and paste. So logic is whatever new name you are mentioning, it should not be already used. If the new name is already there, it will work as cut and paste. If the new name is not already there, it will work as renaming. So this is the way mv command will decide whether to rename a file or to move a file. The logic is the name what you are mentioning as a new name. Okay, now the last thing after which I would like to stop this today's class, removing a file or removing a directory. See, to remove a file, we have a command called rm. Simple command is there. Rm for removing, cp for copy, mv for moving, rm for removing. Suppose I would like to remove a file. The file name is file4. So I'll say rm hyphen f and I would like to remove, or simply I'll say rm. We'll use hyphen f later. Rm file 4. So you see it is giving you a warning. Do you really want to remove it kind of thing? Now in order to remove it, you have to say yes or no. If I say Y, it is going to remove it. If I say N, it is not going to remove it. So I'll say Y to remove it. RM file 4, yes. Now do ls and you see that the file is removed. Do you find any more file 4? No. Now one more thing you have to be very careful while using rm command. See in Windows, in graphics, you have a recycle bin. So if you delete a file by mistake, it will still be there in recycle bin. So you can go to recycle bin and you can recover the file. But in Linux, especially in command line, there is no recycle bin. That means once you delete a file, it is deleted permanently. There is no what I can say, recycle bin in command line. So be very, very careful, very, very responsible while removing a file. Because by mistake, if you remove a file unknowingly, then the file is gone. It is not recoverable. So whenever a file is deleted in Linux command line, it is gone completely. There is no recoverable or recyclable concept here. Be very careful. Okay, so when I say rm file 4, you see it removed the file, but it asks you question. Now I would like to remove the file, but I don't want it to ask me the question yes or no. I want to remove the file and it should be removed. No yes or no question to be asked. So you can say rm hyphen f. F stands for what, guys? Forcefully. That means it is going to forcefully remove the file without asking you the question. I want to remove a file whose name is new file. So I'll say remove new file, right? Now when I hit enter, see any question asked? No, without asking any question, new file is removed. So if you say rm and file name, a question will be asked yes or no. If you don't want the question to be prompt, say rm hyphen f and the file name, and file will be removed without putting a question of yes or no. Now I want to delete a directory or remove a directory. To delete or remove a directory, we have a command rmdir. To make the directory, we have a command mkdir. To remove a directory, you have rmdir. Simple commands are there to remember. So I'll say, for example, I have a directory over here with the name called d1 and I want to delete that directory. I'll say rmdir d1. Simple, and the directory is deleted. Now same way I want to delete d3. I'll say rmdir remove d3. Deleted. Right. Now when I do ls, you see D3 is also removed. Same way, I will try to remove D2, but you see it is not getting deleted. When I say remove D1, it removed. When I say remove D3, it removed. But when I say remove D2, it is telling fail to remove D2, directory not empty. Now what is this problem? See, if you check what is inside D2, you find that there is one file inside it with the name file3. So with this, we came to know that rmdir command will only work if the directory is empty. If the directory has some data, then you will not be allowed to delete that directory. So if I want to delete the directory, then what to do? I need to go first of all into D2. How to go into D2? CD, change the directory to D2. Inside it, you find a file, file3. How to remove it? I'll say rm and hyphen f file3. Do ls. Is the file deleted? Yes. Now leave the directory cd space dot dot. Are you out of it? Yes. Do ls? Yes, you are not inside it. Check in D2, anything is there? Nothing is there. Now you run the command rmdir d2. Is it working? Yes, so rmdir command will only work if the directory is empty. If it is having any subdirectory or files inside it, it is not going to get deleted. So if you want to delete a main directory, First, you have to go inside it, delete all the subdirectories that are present inside it. Then only you are allowed to delete the main directory. But guys, let us say I have a directory with lots of subdirectories inside it and files inside it. Don't you think it would become a complicated affair if I go inside it and do like that? For example, I have main directory. In main directory, I have 4 files and 2 subdirectories. For example, each subdirectory has again 2 subdirectories. Sub has 2 subdirectories, sub2 has 2 subdirectories, and inside it again each directory is having one subdirectory. Now guys, going into each directory, inside that subdirectory, don't you think will be very complicated to delete each and every file, each and every directory inside it, then finally deleting the main directory? It would be very complicated to go inside and deleting everything. So if a directory is not empty and you want to delete it, then the best way to remove a directory with all its content, right? You have a command rm. Instead of rmdir, I'm going to use rm again. I'll say rm hyphen rnf, where r stands for what? Recursive. And f stands for what? Forceful. So whenever a directory is empty, delete it with rmdir. But if the directory is non-empty, it contains some data, then you have to say rm. See, if I say rmdir main, it says directory not empty. But if I say rm hyphen rf, remove a directory recursively forcefully. Which directory? Main. Any question asked? No. The directory with all its contents have been removed, right? So that is the way how you can delete a directory with all its content. For example, I have a directory called zoo, and zoo contains lots of data inside it, or maybe I have world, which contains lots of data. If you just check it out, tree and world, you see lots of data is there. Australia has 2 directory, India has 2 directory, USA has 2 directory, zoo has 3 directory and a file. So such a structure, if you want to remove, you have to go first into world, then go to Australia, remove 2 directory, come back, go to India, delete 2 directories, come back, go to USA, delete directory, like that. But in a simple shot, you want to remove it, you can say rm-rf world, gone. You see, it is deleted with all its content. Now, one more thing, last thing. Suppose I want to delete everything which is there inside the directory, but I don't want to delete the main directory. For example, if you look in mydir, we have a directory mydir. In mydir, I have some directories, I have some files. So my requirement is to delete content which is there in the directory. But I don't want to delete the directory. I want to keep the directory, but only I want to wipe out the content. To remove the content inside the directory, you can say rm-rf. Then you have to say go into my dir. How to say go into my dir? After my dir, you can say slash. For example, you want to delete only one directory inside it, that is main. So you can say go to my dir and delete main. Now do ls and my dir. Do you see last time we had main directory and now main directory is removed because I told rm command go to my directory and inside it you delete main directory. So it went into my dir and destroyed main directory. Same way, I want to delete everything inside it, not only one directory, all directories, subdirectories, all the files inside it, I want to delete. So you can say rm hyphen rf. Now guys, this command, whatever I'm showing you, is very dangerous command. Use it very wisely. Don't do it just like that. Because if you run this command just like that, without thinking, without understanding, you may end up doing a big problem for yourself, right? So please be very responsible, very careful, and think 10 times before running this command. This is test environment, nothing will be affected, even if we destroy the whole machine. But assume you are working on a production environment, and if you do such a mistake, if there is no backup available, then the files are permanently gone. To recreate it, lots of time will be spent, lots of money need to be involved, right? And there will be a bad remark on your job, right? So be very careful while you are removing a file. Removing is always responsible job more than careful. You need to be very responsible and reasonable while removing a file. It's not a careless activity. So I'm telling that go into my dir. Inside my dir, I want to delete everything. Now guys, how to say remove everything? To say everything, we can use a wildcard star. Star means everything, all possible things inside it. So I'm telling go to my dir and delete everything, whatever is present inside it. Same you can say in a directory if you want to copy everything, you can say cp-r, go to my directory and you can say star. Star means everything, all possible value. Now see the dangerous effect of this command. When I hit enter, do ls, you will find my directory is there. Check inside my directory. Do you find anything inside it? No. Whatever is there inside that directory has been wiped out. So this is the way, guys, how you can remove a directory, or you can only remove the contents inside the directory by giving slash followed by the file name, directory name, or slash star. When you give star, each and everything present inside it will be removed. And remember my point, there is no recycle bin in Linux command line. So once you delete the file, it is permanently deleted and you cannot recover it back or you cannot reverse it back. So be very careful whenever you are removing files or directory. So guys, for today's class, this is it. I don't want to go beyond this point. Now, if you have any questions, you want to have a doubt clarification anymore, you can uh, ask the question.
Sorry, in the file removing, if you mistakenly uh, write them together, it's not going to work, right? Like writing RM file together. Normally they're supposed to be space in between them, but if you now
Yes,
write them
yes,
together, it's not going to work.
it is not going to work.
Okay.
Hi, sir. I would like see. Imagine there is one file and it has to be copied to a number of directories.
Hmm.
So, how can we?
Now, see, normally a file can be copied at one place to one directory at a time. It cannot be copied from one place to multiple. For that, you have to use scripting, automation. That is
Okay.
where the role of scripting come into the picture. We call it as loop. So when you create a loop, so in that loop it is going to copy. That you will learn when you go with shell scripting stuff, you will understand. But normally command line does not allow you to copy one file at multiple locations at a time. By the way, question was very nice.
So for that, Anaconda will help us, or
Anaconda,
it's a scripting tool, right? So,
actually we have to do scripting on the shell.
oh,
So
oh,
bash
okay.
shell will help you to do that. Shell scripting.
Yeah, okay, okay. Got it. Thank you.
So any more questions, guys?
I don't have no question.
Okay. So if there are any questions, you can put that question. If not, then we will stop the session.
Now we are good. So
Okay, thank you.
thank you. Thanks for the session.
Okay, 1 second. I'll be finishing off. 1 second. People who are done who wants to leave the session can leave. I don't mind. We have done with the class.
So anything going to be shown now?
Nothing. I'm just talking to the new candidate who joined today.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Okay, thank you, Murli, for giving your email address. I will be sharing today's stuff and previous stuff with you so that you can be easily able to work
Thank
with
you, sir.
previous classes, right? Okay.
Thank
So
you, sir.
we have just started. There is nothing much we have done. Only basics are going on. So easily you
Okay.
can go with that. So just check
Yes,
your
sir.
email after an hour or something. After my classes are over, I'll send all the recordings so far.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much, guys. We'll stop the class here. Let's meet up tomorrow, same time. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.